Hi, Capricorns. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's next in love for you, what is coming your way, what you don't see coming, anything spirit wants to share with me. So let's get started. Let's see what our guides have for us. Let's see what our cards say. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here. Spirit, please share with me for my Capricorns. What is it that you need me to know? What is it that you have for me? I have prosperity. Know that you deserve all things wondrous and believe you can have them. You can have it all, okay? You can have the kind of life and the lifestyle that you want to lead. You can have the love that you want. I mean, we all have infinite abundance, infinite love out there. So it could be Spirit's way of saying that, you know, whoever's coming into your life, you guys can have it all. And maybe that's something that's important to you. Whatever, you know, even if it's just I want to live in comfort, you know, it doesn't have to be luxury, but I want to live in comfort. I don't want to be worrying all the time. So something like that. I have a transformation. Self-transformation is the evolving process of life that brings higher consciousness. I'm going to say after, it's a feeling of after you've healed, okay? That maybe you just really buckled down in the last 6 months, year. You are just doing great. You really let go of a lot of old garbage. You're in a great place. Something new is on the horizon. I have happiness. Maybe you learned how to make yourself happy. Maybe you just have been buckling down on that with or without somebody. If happiness is what you want, then happy you shall be. So, yeah, happiness is a simple word, but it's hard to achieve sometimes, isn't it? It's not a lot to ask. I just want to be happy. That's not a lot to ask of Spirit, you know, especially when you are, you know, doing all the right things and loving and kind and caring. Spirit wants us all to be happy. That's all. I have an 8 of Wands. I have a King of Pentacles. I have a 4 of Pentacles. And I have a Knight of Swords. The 8 of Wands definitely came into me as forward movement. And it was definitely Spirit's way of letting you know that your energy has shifted or your energy is about to change. So that I feel. And I did feel like sudden movement. So this person could come in very quickly. They could come in out of nowhere. It just, you know, when you least expect it, something like that. But I do feel the abundance with the King of Pentacles. This person could be financially very, very secure, have good head on their shoulders, some wealth under their belt, beautiful home, money in the bank. This sense of security, like I've been, maybe you have to budget, you know, you pay all your bills. Maybe there's not a lot left at the end of the month. You know, maybe you're living a different kind of lifestyle than this person. Maybe you are, I don't want to say just making it, but you don't have a lot of extras, or you don't splurge, you know, something like that. But this person is definitely in a good financial position. So that could be you or that could be them. It could be in reverse. I have a Knight of Swords. I like this feeling of just talking is how it came into me. It was almost like they just said a random act of kindness. Okay. So opens the door. Okay. So you've got some kind of, maybe something you do, maybe you start to talk to a stranger Maybe somebody who says, hey, can you do me a favor? And they're a complete stranger. And you're like, what do you need me to do? And you do it. It felt like, I mean, it could be as simple as, hey, will you hold the door for me while I, shovel all these groceries out the door? It could be something simple, but it was a random act of kindness. And it was this, we started talking. So it's very, very organic. It's even more than organic. It's serendipitous. It's what are the chances that we just started talking? What are the chances that we talked so that we got it as far as give me your number? I want to see you again. Who are you? Do you live in the area? Are you single? Some of the basic questions to see. Can I buy you a cup of coffee? So I feel like definitely out of nowhere, very random. I have a 2 of Pentacles. There's a little bit of a juggling. Somebody's juggling. Doesn't mean that you're struggling. It just means that maybe you decide, I'm going to pay this bill before this bill. I have a 4 of Swords. That came into me as I've been healing. After you've healed, there's a transformation, definitely. I needed time alone, for sure. I have a Star. It feels like a shooting star. I mean, this energy could be moving so quickly into your life that it is that wish that comes true with a shooting star. It is. It feels that it's so random and so unexpected. You're going to have a story to tell, Spirit just said. Okay. How did you guys meet? And it's just some kind of, your kindness is going to pay off. Put it that way. I have a 3 of Wands. This person definitely says, hey, who are you? Where are you going? What is in your future? Can I be in your future? I love this. I just kind of love the whole, I don't know, it feels like a miracle. It feels like you definitely were not expecting this. Spirit, please share with me. That's okay. That's good. Maybe that's how you want it to come into your life. Spirit, please share with me. Maybe you want your kindness to finally pay off. I have a path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. A little bit of step out of your comfort zone. Step out of the, go places that you don't normally go. Maybe this random act that happens is I never come to this place. I don't normally come here. I usually go over there. And something said, go there today. That inner voice. I have caution. Tread softly as not to disturb the woodland floor. I mean, you always want to be careful, I mean, you're not going to just like, you want to know who this person is. You can say, give me your number. I don't want you to have my number. But be careful, be careful. I just feel like this person goes out of their way to say, hey, I'm a real person. This is my car. I live up the street. This is my neighborhood I live in. Are you familiar with that area? Here's my ID. I feel like this person knows that like hitting on you in public probably isn't really appropriate. But I feel like they kind of do something that makes you feel like they're real. Maybe you're at a place where it's the people who go there are legit to begin with, the gym, church, something like that. So it could be that just based on the surroundings that they're pretty normal people to begin with. I have a partner. With your combined skill sets, we're going to make an amazing team. So we could see it right from the beginning. Maybe it's a business meeting, a random act of kindness, 2 businesses getting together and helping each other somehow. I have creativity. I'm excited to collaborate with you. Maybe it is a business meeting of some kind. It's like like-minded minds, you know, coming together and then realizing there's an attraction there. I'm excited to collaborate with you and curious to see what we create. When two creative souls join forces, the results can be profoundly beautiful and rewarding. I also like this feeling of they could be picking up on your creativity, and don't look at creativity as like, you say, I don't know how to draw. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's how you think. It's how you see the world. It's how you think outside of the box that other people don't. Your imagination, your dreams, you know. So creativity can be, you know, a lot more than, yeah, I went to, you know, I know how to draw and paint. You know, no, that's not what creativity is. It's, they see a lot in you, that there's a lot there to offer, and it's constantly changing. I have effortless. The universe supports our union. I like the big ring. And our love will happen effortlessly. I think just this kind of stumbling into each other, this random meeting, is effortless. It is like, this is crazy. You know, this person asked me out on a date. Should I go? You run it by somebody that you trust and they go, yeah, you know, like, trust your intuition, they're saying, right? Trust your intuition, for it knows the way to me. When you listen closely, love's whispers become clear. I feel like you're going to find out in a very short period of time that there's more going on here, that this isn't a coincidence, that this is fate at its best. Okay. And I feel like it's going to be just this fun dream love story to tell people someday. Oh, how cute. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. We all want this. I've been hoping and praying. Don't give up hope. Don't. They're out there. I melt every time I see your smile. Somebody who has a big, beautiful smile. That could be the first thing that they say to you. I love your smile. Maybe you smiled at them. Maybe the random act of kindness is that you smiled to them and you said hello. You said good morning, you know, and you started talking. You know, you're waiting for your coffee. You start talking. Like, you work around here? Yeah, I work right down the street. Yeah, me too. Huh? Where do you work? You know, crazier things have happened. You're incredibly sexy. So obviously they're attracted to you. I like this whole energy. I worry others will pull you away from me. I mean, you could attract a lot of people. You could be incredibly sexy. And this person, I feel like this person like goes for it. I feel like maybe they're not normally the person who would approach somebody and say, hey, I pick up people at Dunkin' Donuts. No, I feel like it's a feeling of, I'm going to go for it this time. I'm going to ask this person if, you know, they're available. And I'm going to ask them if I could buy them a cup of coffee, or can I take them out? So I just feel like they go for it. There's a sense of, I don't normally do this, but with you, I wanted to. So I really, really like that. You're all I've ever wanted. I think it's great. It's great energy. It makes me still believe that random acts of kindness with strangers can bring soulmates together. Gorgeous. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How wonderful. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have a Pick a Card channel, and I have a Twin Flame Soulmate channel that you may be interested in, and the links are in the description. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, and we'll see you all again real soon.